Hello students, so here are the suggested solution to exercise 8b, the questions I told you to try. So here go. Alright, first question, when the cost of fuel rose by 10%, Albert decreased his fuel consumption by 10%. So Albert claimed that there's no change in his expenditure on fuel consumption. Let's see if he's right or wrong, right? So what we can do is the initial cost of fuel we don't know, so we can just let it be X dollars per liter. Why not, right? Let's define the variable. So after a 10% increase, right, so that will be 110 over 100 times X. That will result in 1.1x dollars per liter. So now for every liter of fuel, Albert actually pays 1.1x dollar. Now, since he used lesser, right? So he used 10% lesser, which is 90% or 0.9. That means now he uses 0.9 liters instead of 1 liter, right? As the unit that he's using. So the difference in expenditure now, right, is this, right? So initially it is X dollars per liter. Now it is 0.9, right, which is the liters times the amount per liter, which is 1.1x, which gives us 0.99x, and that will result in 0.01x. So it is actually difference. The difference is not zero. There is a difference, right? So although the difference on first inspection is quite small, but of course that depends on the value of X itself. If X is a big number, such a small difference actually make a huge actual difference when we multiply with X. So no, it's not the same. I think I've also explained this in class. Okay, so we got to be very careful when we talk about percentage, because increasing by a certain percentage and decreasing by a certain percentage, we are actually doing some form of multiplication. So we cannot just plus 10 and then minus 10 and expect them to be the same. So Albert is wrong here. Right, question 16. Every year, the value of a condominium in Singapore appreciates by 15%. That means the price increase, the value increase, right, of its value in the previous year. If the value of the condominium was 899,300 in 2020, find the value in 2018. So what happened? Increased by 15%. So we need to find the value the year before, right? Because, sorry, let's go back. The value in 2019 first, which is the year before. So we will take 100 over 115. Why? Because the original amount was the value in 2019 before it goes to 2020. So that value, right, 100 over 115, how do I get 115? Well, 100% times 15%, right? So that gives us times 899,300, which is the final result, give us the initial value. Okay, but of course we do not need to work it out yet, because we still want to find the value in 2018, and that means the 100 over 115 we multiplied again, because we are working with the assumption that it appreciates by the same amount, 15% every year. So we multiply it twice, that gives us the value of 680,000. Okay, question 18. The value of an investment portfolio decreased by 8% in 2018. In 2019, its value increased by 5% of its value in 2018. Given that the value of the portfolio at the end of 2019 is 61,824, find the original. So once again, this is a question where we need to find the original. So let the original be X. Why not, right? So it's a good place to start, because we don't know what X is. It's something that we got to find. But what we do know is that 92%, which is after decrease by 8%, multiply with 105%, which is what happened after we increase by 5%, times the original amount, give us 61,824. Therefore, our value of X is actually, right, we bring this multiplication over, it becomes 61,824 divided by 92%, divided by 105%. Right, so of course we can convert it to fractions for easy computation, and we know that the division of a fraction is actually equivalent to the multiplication of its reciprocal. We can do that. After that, just use the calculator to evaluate the result, which gives us 64,000. All right, those are the questions that I asked you to try. Hope you have been successful. Have a nice day.